Hello, ladies, and welcome to Sister Land Investors. I am your host, Elizabeth. Today, we're going to be discussing the future of women entrepreneurial land ventures, the space where women rise into wealth, land ownership, and leadership. Today, we're taking a bold step into the future, not just your future, but the future of women in land entrepreneurship. Because here's the truth. Women are stepping into land ownership at the fastest rate in history. We're inheriting more wealth. We are investing more. We're trusting ourselves more, and we're changing the face of real estate quietly, powerfully, and permanently. And today we're going to be discussing what the future of women in land entrepreneurship really looks like, what opportunities are exploding at this moment, how women are redefining the industry, and how you can step into this movement with confidence. Let's get into it. Part one, the data behind the movement. Before we even talk, ladies, let's talk facts. Women today control 32% of the global wealth. That number is rising fast. By 2030, women in the United States alone are projected to control 30 trillion. And within that, the most explosive category, of course, is land. And here's why. Land is the most stable asset class. It is recession resistant and it is accessible at low price points. It doesn't require construction or tenants or sometimes any maintenance. And it's ideal for us moms, full-time professionals, and multitasking queens like yourself who want passive long-term wealth. The data tells us something very important. Women aren't just entering land investing. We are shaping it. All of us. The future is female and rural. One of the biggest shifts happening right now is this. Women are moving into rural land entrepreneurship in big ways. Why? Because rural land is cheaper to acquire. It's easier to manage, rich in opportunities. It's perfect for creative ventures. Women are acquiring small parcel acreage, raw land, mini ranches, timber lots, recreational tracts, farmland, turning them into a business. I mean, we spoke about it last time, things that you could do with land that you may have. We talked about yoga with goats. There's a lady doing that. Also, glamping sites, wellness retreat spaces, lavender farms, pecan farms, honey making, soaps, goat milk, solar leases, tiny home villages. I could go on and on and on. Event spaces, healing sanctuaries. I mean, we did a whole podcast. Go listen to episode 71, Unlocking Opportunities. We went into depth on what you could do if you have a piece of land. There's so much you could do. You don't even have to do it. Other people could do it for you. There's a lot of people in Texas that lease their land for cow grazing, solar leases, event spaces. We could go on and on. And once you get creative, if you're like me, you'll start getting more creative on ways on what you could do to your land. Women aren't just purchasing land. We are transforming it in very creative ways and heartfelt ways. This next part is about the land investment impact. The land investing impact, another future trend, ladies. These are some of the questions that women are asking. What impact does this make? How does this help my family and the community? How do I mix the profit with a purpose? These are great questions, ladies, that every time you look at just raw land, that they should be like running in the back of your mind. Massive growth and regenerative farming, timber conservation, wildlife protection leases, eco-friendly developments, solar and wind partnerships, community-focused land uses. Again, the list could go on and on. If you know of others, please send us our way. Us ladies are always trying to get creative on what we could do with our land. Women will dominate this space because we naturally prioritize sustainability, harmony, legacy, long-term stewardship. The future of land ownership is not just profit driven, although that's good. It's impact driven. That's what we must have forefront. And this is where women shine the brightest, the Power of Women Collaboration Network. Okay, this is why my sister and I started this show, the Sister Land Investors, because it was just us and a couple of friends on the weekends discussing what can we do, how can we impact, how can we still generate money if we want to keep this for a profit. We started asking ourselves all these questions, and this is how we came about. I'm sure there's other women out there that are doing this. And if you're one of them, please reach out to us. Make sure you DM us. Say, hey, I'm here because my little corner's tiny in this global world, and I want to know where you are. Here's a future trend that I'm most excited about: women collaborating in land deals. I mean, this is why we got started doing this show and putting it out there, because we want to work with other like-minded women. We're moving away from lone wolf entrepreneur into collaborating feminine wealth building. Expect to see more mom syndicates buying 100-acre parcels together. Women-led private lending circles. I mean, we have that already and we love to grow it. Women pulling funds to buy subdivisions or to create a subdivision. We did that. A friend of mine and myself, we did that a couple months ago, and it was so exciting. If you follow my stories, I took you along with me. You ladies signed with me, all of that. It was so much fun. And it was, I think I even cried. I don't know. I can't remember. I cried. I don't know if I shared it. I think I shared it. Women pulling funds to buy subdivisions or creating their own subdivision. That was my first subdivision. Investment clubs purchasing commercial land. There's women in our group that do focus only on commercial. The feminine model is we rise together. And that's what all of us ladies here should keep in mind, that the more you network and the more you interact with like-minded women, you will grow a lot quicker. And it's beautiful because we all help each other. The future of land entrepreneurship is partnership based, community driven, and deeply supportive. Ladies, and now with technology that will empower the next generation of women, we have no excuse. I mean, do you know? I think I've said it in another podcast and I'll say it here. I used to walk into the county offices to get records, public records of who owned what. And I would just call them or email them or try to find an address and send them offers. Now you pull it from your iPad or cell phone. Literally, you could do it from here. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because my eyes are not as good as they used to back 20 years ago. But I would tell you, you could do it from the comfort of your home. I've done shows where moms are breastfeeding and looking up data. You could do it all. We do it all already. So take advantage of it. We can't talk about the future without, of course, discussing technology. I mean, we are in the big AI boom. We hear it everywhere. At least I do in my community. That's all we talk about. AI. How is it helping your business? How are you using it? What are you using? I mean, this are conversations that I come across on a daily basis, and technology is a part of this. Women will use AI land analysis, and if you're not, you should be. Satellite images. Who doesn't love Google Earth? I love Google Earth, and I love to just go down and drive around the land and see what's around there. GIS maps, automated zoning checkers, virtual due diligence, drone inspections, digital title reviews. Again, I will always say take it to title. Let the real estate attorney do all the legwork. But you could do a lot of digital title reviews on your own because we've done that as well. Online land auctions. I've met a couple, not women. If there's women out there that do this, let me know, DM me. But I've met men that do online land auctions. Remote management systems. You hire people out in Tennessee. If you're in Texas, like myself, and the property's in Tennessee, you're in Florida, you hire someone to go out there to see it for you or to take drone pictures. Technology levels that are playing the fields. Women can invest from, ladies, from our kitchens, from the school parking lot, from doctor's offices while you're waiting, lunch breaks, nap times. I mean, I could go on and on. After the kids are in bed, during a weekend coffee date with a laptop, treat this land business like a date with yourself. Schedule time. 30 minutes in the morning before the kids wake up to send an email, to send an offer. 30 minutes while your baby's asleep to do more due diligence. Set a date with yourself on the weekend. Morning coffee with me and my laptop. That's it. This means we can compete and yes, we can win without needing boots on the ground 24/7. The future belongs to the women who say, I can learn anything and I will learn anything it takes. I will do it. The new wave, women becoming the bank. Ladies, I went into depth. If you haven't heard it on the podcasts are free. I give you tons of free information. Become the bank. Podcast 78. Go listen to that. We went into depth and there's a lot of golden nuggets that we constantly try to give out to all you ladies in the community here. The new wave, women becoming the bank. This is my favorite. If I haven't said it enough, this is where I ultimately want to be 24/7, but I'm not there yet. I will be soon. I need all your help. Here's the massive future trend, ladies. Women will dominate private lending. And again, land investing doesn't have a lot of women doing private lending. And if you can niche down on anything, I would say that because this is huge. This is huge. There's not a lot of banks that lend on just raw land because there's no asset on the land. They don't think the land is an asset. But just think about it. Your home value depreciates while the land value goes up over a long period of time. If you see the trend, you'll see what I'm talking about. Again, when women will dominate in private lending, we are natural risk takers. We're more aware of risk. We're like, we work so hard for money. Let me do more due diligence. At least that's me and that's a couple of friends. I mean, we work so hard for your money. You want to do all the due diligence and then take the risk. We're willing to take the risk and we see that everything checks off. We're more relationship centered. We're more long term strategic thinking. We're thinking always of the kids in the future, the grandkids. We have to think that way. Careful with due diligence. We take little steps. I will say my husband and my sister are a little bit more due diligent than I am. So I always run things by them. Amazing at nurturing business partners. This is what I love. I love talking. I love meeting new people. I like to learn what others are doing. And when I meet another woman that does, if they're in any type of business, I like to learn. I want to know. So I would say you have to become curious. You have to become nurturing with your business partners. Learn what they like, what they're passionate about, and then give them more of that. Amazing at nurturing business partners, not just our family, but business partners. We're better at that. Land backed lending is the new feminine wealth vehicle. Women will create land portfolios, private lending funds, HELOC to lend cash flow systems, integrational lending circles, collateral backed by family banks. I mean, again, we could go on into more, but these are all little examples of what we should be doing. Imagine this. You lend 30K to a land investor at 12% interest. I did this example on my last podcast. In case you missed it, I'm saying it again. You make passive monthly income just on the interest and your loan is secured by the land. No tenants, no toilets, no chasing the rent, just cash flow. Women will master the art of being the bank. I mean, hello. Again, I said it over and over. This is what I love. Ladies, let's become the next Federal Reserve right here. The mindset shift, fueling this movement. Again, it has to be mindset. What is the mindset fueling this movement? The biggest evolution isn't economics, it's mental. Are you seeing it? We're shifting. Okay, as women, we could do it. Not that we could do it better than men. A lot of things we need men. We need them to go clear the lots. We need them to go survey the lots. We need them to go split the lots. We need them to construct homes or construct a barndominium. We do need you men. Don't get me wrong, but we can do a lot of things. We can purchase and sell and refinance and lend. So ladies, don't feel intimidated. We could do it as good as them. Again, the construction, they could do that. They do it way better than us. Women are finally saying, I'm capable. I deserve wealth. I can own land. I can make financial decisions. Of course, my intuition is an asset, not a liability. I built wealth on my terms. These are all things that we could say to each other and we should be saying to ourselves because it's true. We're moving from, is this for me? To, this was always meant for me. Ladies, do you notice a subtle shift? I mean, if you just say it within yourself, you'll feel that shift. Is this for me? I catch myself doing that a lot of times. Like, is this land meant for me? Like when I went bigger from like 10, 20 acres to 100, I would ask myself, is this for me? And then I'm like, yes, this was always for me. So go bigger, go bolder. This mindset shift is the foundation of the entire future we're walking into. Women are no longer waiting for permission. We are taking the deeds. Ladies, this is the moment we are stepping into the future where women are you ready for this? Landowners, lenders, developers, conservationists, wealth builders, legacy creators, moms, homeowners, CEOs of our home. Again, we do it all. And this movement is just now beginning. If you found this episode to fire you up, join our sister land investors in the community. All you have to do is just follow us. We give you a lot of information. If you want to learn how to buy your own land the way we do, get our sister land investors blueprint. We'll put the link below. Join the community. Meet other women building land business empires. Learn the skill that puts you in control of your wealth and step into the future that is already calling all of your names. Because here's the truth. The future of women land entrepreneurship isn't coming. It's here, ladies. And you are part of it. See you in the next episode. Let's keep owning the soil beneath our future. Until next time, ladies, take care.